I think the way in the rap game, the way everyone puts shit out, it makes our shit look like concept albums. When all we're doing is what we want to do of just, yeah, shit should have an arc, shit should have a feel, it shit should look how it sounds, it should sound how it looks. That's just how we want to do things.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? It's the 5'7" assassin in the podcast business. I am your host, Rohan Patra, the rap music plug at your service. Here we are again at the end of the rainbow. An iconic rap album is more than just beats and rhymes. It's the interludes, the cover artwork that set the foundation and paint that full picture that we as listeners associate with the music. All of those elements combined, when done exceptionally well, are the ingredients to leaving a true lasting impact on the game. Today's guests, DøøF and Uncle Tim, are determined to leave a similar level of imprint on the underground with their series of Ncl-Døøfus albums that feature a ultra distinct musical aesthetic, as well as an equally rich artistic direction in how the imagery of the album artwork and the merch complement the artistry found within the projects. In this episode, we get insight into what sparked this duo of Uncle Tim and DøøF to form, why they mesh so well creatively, and learn about how their new album, Bulletproof Kufflinx, further builds on the Ncl-Døøfus world they have now created. The Rap Music Plug podcast presented by QLC TV is the remedy to the I don't have anything good to listen to problem. Through in-depth artist interviews, album reviews, and general rap commentary on the best that the underground rap scene has to offer, this is your one-stop shop to knowing what to add to your queue, play next, or pop into your record player. Welcome to the show. DøøF, Uncle Tim, how you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Good, man.
So you're in Philly, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to the show. And for Tim, I understand you don't do interviews often, so, happy to have you on here. Means a lot.
Yeah, no, I did my first one a couple of days ago.
Did you do that with Dano, right? Free Music Empire?
Yeah. But I've been ducking interviews for years, man. Just
it's a pleasure to have you on, man.
Yeah, no, it's fucking honor, man. Really, seriously.
I feel like this is my first series of coherent interviews.
That's awesome. So, let's start here. What sparked the idea to get together and even form this duo as Ncl-Døøfus here?
Is the usual boring, yeah, do you want to link up?
Project.
Yeah. Well, no, I found it. I found the fucking tape.
Oh, you did find it.
Yeah. Operation Mogul. It's on the Daxini tape. And that's the first time I heard DøøF. And I was just instantly just fuck.
Yeah, shout out to Dat and JS. Because that was like a wild time.
And then
I didn't know that was where you heard me rap for the first time.
It's the first time.
Like, oh shit. Yeah, I just knew about him because he's just like so I think I seen he was like chopping up and producing for a bunch of people, and it was like, oh yeah, he's in the crates and shit. So like that's a good person to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the first time me and him spoke was like right before COVID. I was talking about going to Barcelona, and I was like, yo, does anybody know about like records in Barcelona? And like he was the guy that I talked to.
I just got back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're a bit scared of just Europe, is this like the motherland of racism? Just what's the deal with Europe?
Yeah, but I don't think anybody does it like Americans, man.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Being a black American as well is just like, what's the deal with Europe? But because I just got back from Barcelona, I just had to jump into the conversation, just like, dude, go, you will love it. Trust me, you'll love it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's when we first spoke. But when I did the second album with Zay, because the first album I did with Zay, there was no features. And then the second album, there was a bunch of features. And there's 2 tracks with you on it.
Yeah.
And I was just, oh shit, that's that dude from the fucking
The
the
DAF
DAF.
project.
So I was just, oh shit, I got 2 joints for this dude. So I think on the rollout for the album, I just gave DøøF props. Just look, I'm a fan. Just what you did in those tracks. Yeah, I just gave DøøF some props. So that was that kind of just, okay, so now we're kind of in each other's orbit, and then it's just,
yeah. I remember it being more like he was like, hit me up. He sent me like a link to a folder and was like, yo, I'm just trying to see something right quick. And I was like, all right, it's fucking, and then all that shit ended up like Hood Rat North.
Mm.
So that was like maybe like all that was made like the same like week or two. Like I don't know, like it's just a casual time. It was like New York lockdown. So.
Was there a particular moment when you realized like it's not just like, okay, you guys mutual respect, all that, and you're like, okay, this could be something pretty damn special? Was there a song you guys created where you're like, oh damn, let's do this?
I think it was the first one for real.
Oh wow.
Cause we did fucking some shit. It was Rupert.
Yeah.
It was Rupert.
Oh, that's a banger.
Yeah, cause so I think it was like Pharma Beats. He was like trying to put together some tape from what Tim told me, and it was based on like the 7 Sins or something like that. And ours was supposed to be like Sloth. Like everybody else got the cool sin, and we got Sloth. And then that's why I was rapping about like having a fucking sloth baby named Rupert. Because it was fucking like.
Well, because everyone else got the cool shit, like Wrath and Greed. So they were, I think that's it. It was 7 producers.
Yeah.
So they had like a sin each. So they would go off and get rappers. And so everyone's coming with this really sinister Havoc, Derringer, Hard. And everyone's dropping Parables, Scarface, fucking Coke bars. And then we come in with this drunk, goofy loop with DøøF rapping about his baby sloth. So yes, everyone's coke and gun talk, and then with these.
I'm rapping about a fucking baby sloth.
So yeah, we're the black sheep straight away. Everyone else's beats were just crispy, Havoc, sinister, fucking drug parables, Tony Montana shit, and then yeah, we tucked on the end with this PCP tequila swing.
PCP tequila swing. That's a bar. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's clear you guys, enjoy working together, have a certain chemistry. Why do you think, what is like the key trait between you two that kind of connects your styles really well?
I could trust this guy.
Yeah.
I could trust him. Like I could just be a rapper when I'm working with him. There's a few people like that, but like with him, it's like, yeah, like he chops stuff the way I want to sometimes, because like I try to keep it very like simple, close to the base, like chop style, I guess. Like I don't know, like I'm a big Donuts fan and shit. So, but I also like making shit sound scary. It's that simple. And yeah, he does that shit. Like I don't know, like it's already ready to go when he sends me a folder. It's like, oh word, all right, it's that time. And we just like I was telling somebody, we just have like little spurts where he'll like send the folder. I won't touch it for like months, but then like finally get into the folder, and then we'll just make a bunch of stuff in like a couple weeks at a time, maybe a week at a time, like 2 weeks here. That happened for Bulletproof Kufflinx like 2 years. That was the first time I ever worked on anything for like.
I can see that connection. I also feel like you both have like, I mean, DøøF, your voice has that just like natural kind of gravelly kind of sound, and then even when you make your own beats, then obviously when Tim makes his beats, you guys both love that dusty sound. I think you guys really seem to put an emphasis on texture. Like that's what I always get from your music. It's a really nice kind of feeling just on the ears.
That's like the point with me, really. Like it's like I judge you a lot by how you toast a piece of bread. You know what I mean? you can't like toast the bread right, what are you doing everything else? Like, gotta be able to make that like the basic shit like hit, you know what I'm saying? Like if I
Yeah, the
got some olive
textures.
oil, some, you know what I'm saying, just get it a little crispy. Don't go crazy. Like,
I love that analogy. Yeah, the texture is always so on point and it's very connected. Like you guys don't seem sometimes it's weird if either the beat or the rapper sounds too clean and then the opposite is just happening with the rap or the beat. It just sounds kind of out of sync and kind of takes you out of it as a listener, but that's not the case at all.
yeah.
I mean, when we first linked, I think we both kind of, if we get one song out of this, that's a win.
Yeah. It was like, it's all been very like, we're not swinging for the fences with any of this shit. We've kind of just been like, I feel like the last one, actually like getting the other one to the last one together was where we were like, oh shit, we got to take ourselves seriously, man. Because like, for the most part, we just like, yeah, what the fuck? Let's see it. Try it. Hot. Push it out. Cool. This is the only one I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna try to do a tour for it. I was trying to like do videos before the album and like all kind of shit. Like, yeah, everything. Like I'm mad blessed because like just because of even me alone, he's way better about that. That's also one thing that's real good about working with him is that I can actually trust that it's gonna look good and it's gonna like be received well and shit. Because like I'll just off the cuff like throw 5 songs out just because I've been listening to them for too long and like, yeah, yo, this is out like it. And I'm blessed that people fuck with me doing that for so long. So yeah.
No, we play to our strengths.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm the inside dude, you're the outside dude. The stuff that you'll do, you'll be out and about, chatting to people, moving, connecting. I can't do that. But I'm happy with templates, designing, mastering. Just yeah, I'll be the inside dude. You can trust me with this. You're the outside dude. I can trust you with that. So yeah.
I mean,
no,
like
play
I
what's right.
find it interesting that you said you're not like swinging for the fences necessarily when you guys make music because honestly, this being the third installment, Bulletproof Cufflinks for the Ncl-Døøfus, experience here, like the sound, the way the albums are structured, you guys always have those like use skits very purposefully, and the artwork is like an obvious thing, like the imagery. Like I feel like you guys are intent on creating like a world with these projects. So, like talk to me about the kind of like world or atmosphere you're trying to create with these Ncl-Døøfus records.
Oof. I think it just organically, yeah, just as our relationship developed and as the music developed, I mean, as in our relationship as musicians and our relationship as friends, as that developed, it all just developed organically. Yeah, we didn't have a master plan. I think the way in the rap game, the way everyone puts shit out, it makes our shit look like concept albums. When all we're doing is what we want to do of just, yeah, shit should have an arc, shit should have a feel, shit should look how it sounds, it should sound how it looks. That's just how we want to do things. It's just everyone else just does things just by the numbers. It makes our shit look, yeah, like concept albums. And it's just, now we're just making music, man. It's just.
And it's just like, it's just like how my brain kind of process. Like I don't feel like I'm making a world when I'm like writing it or anything, but that's just like, I don't know, it's like a brain, I don't know, my brain just kind of like just has to discharge every now and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's really just like split like views into just random stuff that's been going in my head, books I've been reading. And it's really, yeah, it's just like, also, I got like ADHD, like OCD, I'm pretty sure too. So it's just like also having a formula and like, you know what I'm saying, sticking to your guns and trusting yourself. So it's trying to exercise that more, But I don't even know like what the the world is. But it's like the world, I feel, really gets created when we come up with the name for it.
Yeah.
When we like make a couple of songs and then I'm like, damn, like the Hood Rat North shit, like that was just the first shit that came to my mind when I heard like the first like 3, 4, maybe 5 songs together. I was like, oh, this like Hood Rat North. Like I feel like I'm like the dude in Sin City that was like he woke up in the morning and Shorty was like he had the best night with this Shorty and then like woke up and she was dead or some shit. Like did all these beats make me feel like that? Like so it was just like I don't know, like having a sense
When
of
you
humor.
like you're trying to come up with the title and you're just like, I don't know what to call it. Should I call it this? Should I call it that? I want it to kind of have this kind of hood rat noir feel. And I was just like, well, that's it. All the other titles are just, nah, that's it. But just, yeah. You were saying I wanted to have this hood rat noir feel. And I was like, well, there's the title right there. And I think, well, yeah, like you said, once the title's in, once the artwork comes in, it's kind of like me and Doof have a baby. And you can see it's got my eyes and it's got like Doof's nose. But yeah, once the artwork comes in, it starts walking and talking by itself.
Ivan starts doing shit, then it's like, all right, word.
And once it's walking and talking by itself, it's just okay. It's got Doof's hair, it's got my sense of humor, but now it's its own thing. It's out of our hands now. It's its own life. It's got its own life and personality, and we're just kind of looking at it going, shit, did we do that? Just our kid's going to college now. He can drive. What the fuck? Yeah, it's weird watching. You give birth to it, but yeah, once it grows up and starts cracking its own jokes and wearing its own, you just okay. I can see it's definitely, like I said, it's got my eyes, it's got due sense of humor, but it's its own thing now.
So, and I genuinely get surprised that people resonate with it so much because it's like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of what I write is just personal to me. So I'm like, yo, that resonates with you, holy shit, goddamn. Like I thought I was I don't know. I thought I was just the only one feeling that way. Cool. Fuck yeah. Like
I'm still tripping on the fact that Hood Rat struck a chord with people. I'm still tripping on that.
Yeah. We actually left off the last one like that. We're like, yo, like, yeah, it was like, yo, that's like definitely sad. Like, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to like, you know, I want to make I feel like that's what Bulletproof, if there is an addition to the Bulletproof Cufflinks world, is like, I was just trying to like be more rejoiceful, you know, like just be a little more happy in how I talk my shit and express my woes and shit, you know, like.
Yeah, and you know, from what I understand, because I think, Doof, when we last spoke, it was 2021. Like it was on the heels of Swamp Funk. So since then, I think when we were speaking, you were talking about how you were going to go to Barcelona. So I imagine a lot of what was written for this record was done in Barcelona. So like,
a lot of it was done in there.
Yeah, so how did being in that different space kind of impact your mindset and what you ended up delivering with the raps?
Well, I was more thoughtful in how I like used I guess I was more thoughtful in how I wrote stuff, or like I guess the way I use certain slang, because like I'm not able to talk to people back in Barcelona the way that I talk to people here. So if I don't have anybody to like use, you know, if you don't have anybody use your native tongue with for a while, you start feeling a little like, you know, it feels different. Like it's not necessarily bad, but it feels different. So it kind of helped me to just be able to sit there and like write all that. And then, yeah, that was a large part of it. And then just like, you know, going there was what I wanted to do with my whole life. So it's kind of also just a situation where I put myself and I was like, damn, well, you're in a situation where you're technically doing what you wanted. Like you got what you wanted. So it's really just like try to make the best of that. And, you know, yeah. So this is like just a lot of sitting there reading, feeling good, feeling bad, you know. Same
Yeah,
old.
you seem definitely lighter and more positive on this record than the past couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the purposes of existing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be a little more jolly.
That's funny because you were in such a good place and I was in such a bad place. But
Bro.
the two, it's still, it's fucking, it's
Yeah,
funny.
Swamp Funk might have been the other way around, really. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's been a wild time every time we made one of these fucking
I think
albums.
it was the opposite the other way. I think like Swamp Funk, just shit was chaos for you. But I think Swamp Funk, I was
Shit was
just
chaotic
good,
for me
man.
during Swamp Funk.
Yeah, I was good, man. And you were all over the place. But yeah, fucking Cufflinks, you were living your life, and I was just fucking having a fucking shocker, man.
Yeah, man.
That's life, though. You know what I mean? That's life.
Yeah, they really feel like distinct like chapters in the same experience. Like when you were talking about the world you're creating, I mean, I feel like for it feels almost like kind of you said you like making kind of music that's a bit scary too, Doof. I think you mentioned that. Like I feel like that weird kind of there's humor, there's this kind of strange, scary, warped, strange vibe. Like I think it gets perfectly, bookended with Ivan's artwork because like
Mm.
this art's so intricate and it kind of says like it's kind of like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. That's kind of funny. It's also just kind of creepy too, in a way. It's kind of
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
going
like the
on here.
dude
It's a
under the
little
floorboards and
monsters.
shit. On this one, like the dude under the floorboards and shit.
Yeah, man. I was like,
And
yeah.
just the snake and stuff. You don't really notice it, but just the snake. You
He brought
just
the snakes
yeah.
from the last one. It was kind of like he meshed a little bit of both of the first ones. And it was like I like that he
Mm.
went back to the pink.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah,
was yeah.
I
he's like the unsung hero of this of
Well,
Uncle
that's what
Doof.
we always say. He's literally the third member of the group.
yeah yeah.
Cause we don't. He doesn't. He'll give us artwork before we even officially say like, yeah, we're doing this. But when it doesn't really kick off until we give him the music, because every time it's been like the first one. Like I think the first we were talking about this in the last one. The first, so the original art was supposed to be done by a dude that I had met doing production work, but he made paintings that I really liked. And I think the first cover art was about to just be like a old like it was about to be like a intricate style painting of a dude basically getting his head fucking chopped off. Because
Oh
that was
shit.
how it sounded. Some of it, like I was like, no, I'm rapping on this joke. I need a dude get his head chopped off on the cover. Like I was like, that was like the initial state of mind behind it.
Did I
And then
send you the
fucking that
artwork I
dude
did?
fell through. Huh?
Did I send you the artwork I did for Hood Rat?
I think you did send it to
It was
me, and we
nothing
were like,
special. It was
yeah, it
yeah
was like, no, we gotta do something like. And
yeah.
then he showed me Ivan's artwork, and then yeah, I anytime I get anybody else to handle my artwork, I like to give them the music first. That just seems like a good step in getting what you
Right.
need. And yeah, he just crushes it like every time. He sent
Mm.
us some shit that could have easily been the cover art, especially like in contrast to the first one and to the second one. And he was like, yo, take this, but like, nah, after listening, it's about to be something completely different. And I was like, go fucking K. Like, and yeah, this one I was like, bro, that's literally, I was like, dog, that's, I was like, yo, that's accurate as hell, man. Like, he always knows, he always gets it from somewhere, man. Like,
Yeah.
the first one, I was like, yo, like, you had to have went through my Instagram and like grabbed like certain things, but like,
Yeah.
he's just he's just smart and he's stupid. Like, he's just the best for real. Like
Yeah. And it
yeah,
kind of just it can makes your albums feel like albums, like it's the last final touch. Because like you were saying earlier, you guys clearly appreciate the art of making an album, not just like a collection of songs, like a lot of
Yeah.
people, unfortunately, in today's game do.
Definitely. Definitely.
yeah,
And so like one thing I really enjoy about this record is that it features like a particular emphasis on like that vintage bluesy guitars, jazz elements, and then a ton of piano. Like I think piano is like the star of the show on a lot of
Yeah.
these beats, like Weed O'Clock, D Morgan. And
Read a
yeah, I
clock.
just feel like it just kind of further digs into that bag, and it's even I feel slower than the other records, particularly in contrast with Hood Rat Noir. So like Tim, why did you opt for the direction of the sound to go even more into that direction, and like why do you feel that was a good fit for Doof in general?
That's all do. That's all do. Basically. I gravitate heavily towards like the guitars and piano and that kind of dusty jazzy feel. There's a pocket in there that Doof gravitates to as well. Yeah, it's not like I don't give Doof beats and say, ah, this is for you. I made just I'll give him, it's like rhythm roulette. I'll give him like a crate of records. Like I'll spend 2 years releasing instrumental albums. I'll give Doof a virtual crate and say, right, you make an album, but you're only allowed to use the records in this crate. That's the only rule. Do the fuck you want with them. I don't care. But you can only use. So yeah, he'll go through these records, this virtual crate, and just like, oh yeah, that track. But you do the fuck what you want. If there's a vibe he likes, but it's not in his pocket, he'll speed it up and loop it. He'll chop one half of a song and chop another half and smash them together. Yeah, he's going through this crate of my instrumental albums. So yeah, he'll spend 2 years living life. I'll spend 2 years releasing instrumental albums. And when that bell goes off in our head that it's album time, I'll give him the virtual crate. He'll dig through that crate and he'll just chop the shit out of it. And then he gives me this raw, just the album, just in its raw sequenced. All the beats he's picked, he's just gone through all my instrumentals and just chopped the shit out of them. And he'll just make a shit, and then he'll just give me the raw album, and then say, right, do your thing. And that's when I'll put my Prince Paul hat on, and like add little bells and whistles and well, fuck, there's there's a track on Swamp Funk. Shorty in the mix. I mastered the cheeks.
Oh shit, that was fuck, I can't remember that one.
Steel Blade.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that song.
But in Steel Blade, there's a bit. I'll crossfade. I'll cut out the track. When he drops that line, I'll cut out the track. And there's bed springs, and this sound like that of cheeks clapping just for 1 second, and then the track cuts back in. Just on that one line is so yeah. He goes through the crates. He'll hear the beat for D Morgan, and in his head he's just, oh, that's the juke joint one. That's the
yeah, we always gotta have a juke joint one.
Yeah. So he'll give it back to me, and I'm like, oh right, okay, that's that dive bar shit. So then I'll make it more dive bar-y. Like on that one, there's the sounds of quarters going in a machine, someone pressing like D12, picking the track on the juke, and you hear the arm go on. There's clinking of bottles in the background. You hear a little chatter of a bar. Yeah, I put my Prince Paul hat on, and I'll just lay shit. And like you were saying about atmosphere, I just thicken up the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like a jazz filled, smoky jazz filled cafe. Is
Yeah,
like what I
he
feel a
hears
lot
that
of this
beat.
album.
He hears that beat, and he just, oh, that's that smoky jazz. So he sends a track to me. I'm like, oh, we're going to smoky jazz, right? So we're going to need bar sounds. We're going to need clinking bottles. We're going to need jukebox. So I'll just layer on atmosphere and then bounce it back to him, and he's like, yeah, he'll tweak it, bounce it back to me. But yeah, as it's not like he's just the rapper and I'm the producer. It's yeah, he'll sequence and pick the beats and throw it back to me, and I'll do my Prince Ball and sprinkle and say, right, we're cutting this. We need cheeks clapping there. That silence joint. Nah, go back and listen. There's
I know, I'm gonna listen right after this.
You'll hear the bed springs and you'll hear the cheeks sound like that. It lasts for 1 second, but yeah, there's a silence joint on this new one. He says the line, pearl handled revolver. And when he says Pearl Handle Revolver in Pan Hard Left, there's an ad lib of him going pow, 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 3 shots. And in the right channel, Panned Hard Right, there's 3 shots from a silenced pistol. But because one's hard panned left and one's hard panned right, they both mix and blend perfectly.
Yeah, right.
And you don't hear it, you don't notice it. But once you notice it, you can't unhear it. You can't unhear it.
Right there.
So yeah, I throw my Prince Paul hat on and I sprinkle little Easter eggs all over the track. Like the girls giggling, that's on all the albums.
Yeah. Especially the one, I was dog wasted by myself. So I was like, oh dude, he put like the sound of girls in there and made that sound like less sad. Fuck yeah.
Well, I'm looking at this underground rap bubble we're in, and I'm like, there's 2 things missing. There's 2 things missing from this underground rap shit. 1, girls. 2, you know what I mean?
You are correct.
Number 2, people having fun.
Right.
2
also
things
true.
missing. Girls and people having fun. So I'm just like, I want girls and I want giggling on this.
Yeah,
and it reminds me of Peach Fuzz KMD.
I definitely had fun doing it.
Yeah. You know, like Peach Fuzz KMD, the beginning of the track, you got girls giggling and joking. So yeah, I do the Easter eggs and the Prince Paul shit. But yeah, as far as picking the beats, that was a long answer. But yeah, basically, Doof does all that shit. He's sequenced, he goes through the crates and he's like, I'm taking this bit. He's basically just chopping up my albums as if they're albums and just, yeah, he does all that shit.
That's really cool. I didn't know it was that involved, because that was my thought as a producer yourself, Doof. How involved were you to that detail? But that's really interesting. That is
he's the man. He's the man.
If that's always like, yo, I trust him. So it's really like I don't have to make the beat. I just gotta go through them and like, oh yeah. Like honestly, I feel like one of the best blends is when was like Black Six on Hood Rat Nora. Cause like I was already watching that movie and then that beat like rapped on. I was, oh shit, you know what this sounds like? Like, oh yeah, that. And then took the commercial and like the commercial meshes like perfectly with the beat to be like the rest of the track. Like it was like, yo, like it's like this shit, like it just like feels like it falls into place. And it depends how I'm feeling. There's some things that don't like, you know, there was like one song that I recorded when we first got started with this that like didn't make it onto the initial, but yeah, but there's it's just easy. It's just easy to dig through the stuff and, you know, let the OCD work for real. Just like kind of just putting stuff together, fiddling.
That's where the trust comes in, because I didn't know Doof. I mean, your pecking order, you like beat maker, producer, skater, and way down on the list is rapper. But I know you well. How I first knew you and how I perceive you is as a rapper. I found, I mean, even after we released Hood Rat, I was listening to Unknown Infinite, and there's a song in it I fucking love. And you know, you just like, nah, stop. Who fucking produced this? I need to know. So I looked at the credits and I'm like, what, my dude? What? That's my dude. I fucking love that.
Oh yeah, which one did you produce on Unknown Infinite?
Shaft in Africa.
Oh fuck, man, that album's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, August Phenom was just like, you need to check this album out. So I was like, well, if August says check it out, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
By the time I hit that, I think it's like the 3rd track, Shaft in Africa. As soon as I heard that, I just copped the vinyl. I just clicked, fucking hell. And yeah, I was listening to it for fucking, and I had no idea it was Doof. I had no idea. I had no idea he did that. He's just a rapper. When we made Hood Rat, I sent Doof like a taster menu, just a sample menu of just fuckloads of beats. And I was expecting him to just say, right, on the menu, I'll have a 17, I'll have a 23, I'll have a 5. And then I would send him the extended HD ones. Just, okay, there's so I could get a feel for what kind of beats he works with. So I sent him this taster menu. And then a week later, he's just, I sent you some tracks. And I opened the folder and I just, what the fuck? Because I was expecting vocal stems as a rapper. I produce, I'll mix. You just rap.
Oh, you were. Oh,
yeah.
You were
I was like, you send me the vocals, and then I'll do the artwork. But then I opened it, and it's just this insane collage. Everything was mixed, sequenced, all the tracks, shot my beats to shit, and I was just, the fuck? I can't, what? So I had to do a hard reset of just, right, this isn't a rapper producer situation at all.
It's not cut and dry like that.
Nah, this dude sent me the songs and I said, what? I can't, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? So I went from expecting a rapper to just, this is like Lee Scratch Perry of just, there's rules and there's shit you don't do. And he's just fucking just shat on all of that. Just, nah. I'm just
like the nicest thing.
I was like, dude, you can't do this. It's just like, I've sent you the taster menu, you pick the beats, and then I'll send you the beats later. But you just sent me a full album of this demented collage of just. So yeah, from that day I had to do a hard reset of, all right, this how we work, the dynamics, whatever I thought it was going to be. Just park that. Take the ego. Just throw that in the fucking trash because this is going to be different. Yeah. And from that day, it's just, yep, fine. This is how we're working now. Just, yep, fine, cool.
But I think it helps when you send like the shortest beat and it's like the illest one because then it's like, you were just supposed to say, I like that one. Can I get it extended? That's what I thought how it would work. And then I'd get the bars. But nah, you just sent me this demented collage of just, what the fuck? Yeah, there's one of them on like I think it might have been like Billy Bob Dofix where I like had to like I was like, yo, but I hit you up before I did it and I was like, yo, like I need to chop a loop, like I need to chop like a small bar, like a piece of a bar off of this beat, like. And I did that shit like sitting in the car, like I fucking like did it on GarageBand and then like sent it back to myself. I was like, this is nice, and then I was like,
but it's like you said, with trust. It's like with trust is just, here's the beat, just do whatever the fuck you want with them. Basically, so from day one, I was just like, rules, just forget them. Because obviously working with this dude, this is on some Lee Scratch Perry shit. This dude's nuts. Just go with the flow, man. Just go with the fucking flow.
Yeah, it's like water, man.
You know, with this Bulletproof Kufflinx record, how does it connect to the other two in the sense of like, is there a narrative arc that kind of goes from album to album, or is this its own kind of thing?
I think everyone is just like a reflection of whatever the time was that was, however long it took to make the album, whatever happened from my end, my life, like from A to B to when we release it, like it's kind of just like everything that happened in that span of time kind of gets like juiced into the pieces of this fucking album. Because like I just was doing some thinking recently. I was like, damn, I don't make shit like that I can just chill to. You know what I'm saying? Very often, like a lot of the time when I put some rap out, I'd be like, oh shit, like especially if it's old enough, I'd be like, oh man, I can't relax to that. Like it's fucking like it makes like my skin raise a little bit. Like so it's like I'm not really always like, I mean, we all stretch the truth and shit as rappers, but I feel like I try to, I do a good job of being myself on records. So that's really it's really mostly just whatever happened or like shit. I try to watch movies more and shit now. So references to movies. I was reading a lot of books in Spanish. There's a lot
of football references too.
I played a lot of football growing up. So yeah, yeah, that was like what I thought I was gonna do. I thought I was gonna go into the NFL. I thought I was gonna go into the NBA before that.
What'd you play as a football? What was your position?
I played.
I feel like you're a receiver.
They started me out at receiver. Then I played tight end because they found out that I could hit people when I was playing linebacker. And then they like, I think somebody got hurt, and then they had like my small ass playing like blue line.
Oh
So I
no.
was playing defensive line at one point. Like I was good at it too. Like I
Oh
was like,
really? Oh nice.
yeah, dude. Like I had like one good game where it was like, but I'm such a small kid. Like they got like somebody like cracked back me after like the first like 5 sacks or some shit like that. Like I was like Ric Flair wooing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, yeah, I played a lot of football growing up. I'm a Redskins fan, so it's like, you know, it's not like too much passion
Yeah, I
behind
don't
it.
think you lived through any real wins.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
nah,
you I don't even think you were alive during any of the rings. No.
it's not.
No.
It's like a hereditary thing. It's like it's too late
Yeah, it
for
is.
me to
It's
do
you're
anything
already
else.
infected. It's okay.
Yeah,
You know, you gotta
anything
accept
else
it,
is
live with it, learn to live with it, you know.
right.
Yeah.
Anything else is ingenuine.
But I do feel like this album, you said that you don't usually have something to chill to. This is out of all the three at least, and really most of your catalog, this is the most relaxing record I've heard. And it's
That
the
was
most, you said it's light, it's you're just the Bulletproof Cufflinks is a good title too, because there's a bit more of like more flexing, a little more fun,
that
cockiness.
was the point. Yeah, that was because that was why I was like, yo, the cufflinks is fire. Because I was like, bro, like I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a flashy like I don't, you know, I don't want to wear a suit until I die for real. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
I
but
tried.
but
I tried. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, but it's like, you know, I feel like I gotta keep up with that if I start doing that. Because like it's like I'm the type of person, if I wear like a collared shirt and I go around somewhere, like a collared shirt with buttons down, like I go places and like people be like, oh, what you doing today? Like you look nice. Like did you have like a dinner or something today?
Hmm.
I'm like, no, I'm just like this is I I can't wear a shirt with buttons. It's like, yeah. So I was just like, but I don't know. Also, my mom, she just did a good job of like whenever there was like events at church and stuff, like I was easy to shop for. So she'd be like, "Yo, yeah, you could be the photographer. Photographer just like chill in the back, like fucking."
Hmm.
I got away with a lot of not wearing suits and shit. But if like I don't know, this album was definitely more like I'm flexing what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Barcelona and I'm just walking around stumbling upon like pieces of like skate videos that I was like watching as a kid, like half of my life ago, basically, when I started skateboarding and watching like almost round two and like random old glow videos and shit. Like, just random old skate videos. Like, so I'm walking around my new neighborhood looking at like old stuff that I'm familiar with and shit. And I'm like, yo, like, so it was like, that was more so like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, shit, I'm trying to get some real jewelry one day, but that was like my jewelry. I was like, yo, this fucking ledge, like, I don't even gotta skate. Like, I could literally just like go outside, look at the spot. Like, it's like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was definitely more of a, you know, I was just in a better, you know, still am in a better place, fucking, making it just, yeah, it was just having fun, really. Just having fun. That's
Yeah, I feel
gotta
like
be.
the sound choices of those like soft, those like slower, very piano based beats. I don't know, man. They just there's a swing to it that's like really whimsical and really like fun and like you can really dig into that vibe in a way that
Yeah, I used to watch like a lot of like I Love Lucy and shit as a kid. So like the like being Ricky Ricardo would be like, you know what I'm saying? One day I would like to have my own like just bandstand, swooshy hair and fucking like just you know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Just
where I
talk to
was
them.
at. I think
I
where I
feel
was
yeah,
at.
man, I feel like we could get like, you know what I'm saying, the Ncl-Døøfus fucking like parlor,
oh
like
my God.
the after hours.
That'd be
the
sick.
Duke and Sinatra, fucking, you know, the.
But now I think, yeah, where I was at with the albums I was making at the time that I sent you, there's a lot of comfort blanket shit for me because of what I was going through. So I think there was a large bulk of, yeah, just that jazzy melancholy is me just falling back into my comfort blanket sound. So I think
And
the
that's like
bulk
my
of the shit,
comfort point down too.
yeah. So I was sending the bulk of the shit I was sent was just on that light tip of just, yeah, it's nice and it's light and it's swinging, but there's just an undercurrent of, yeah, I don't want to think about this right now. So let me get into my warm bath shit and just,
Right.
so I think, yeah, the bulk of the shit I was sending was on that tip. But not consciously. It's just, like I said, I just send him the albums I made. I'm not sending him beats to rap on. I'm just like, here's where I'm at. You do what you want with it. But yeah, I think the bulk of the shit I was sending was definitely. But the first half of Kufflinx, really, yeah, you're right. It's really got that nice. The difference between side A and B is yeah, it's really quite stark. I think it's quite stark. Not just because of the features, but because like on side 2, I mean, there's even fucking break beats on that shit.
Yeah, the energy gets
Yeah, getting doof on a break beat's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Is there gonna be another chapter to the Ncl-Doofus saga, or is this the final installment?
Nah,
You worry me when you say that. Of like, what should we stop? Yeah,
I
you
don't
worry.
know. I always think of trilogies. So I'm just like, oh, are you trying to just make 3, or are you just trying to keep going? I
Well, we
want you to
didn't.
keep going, to be clear.
Well,
We didn't.
we're
But we
still
figured.
fucking.
I figured it's the most natural way for a trilogy to happen. So we were like, when it came to being the trilogy, it was like, well, shit. The fact that we didn't have to think so hard for it and people practically asked us for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing in itself. Like, a lot of times you can't get people to like anything a fucking third or fourth time. But I mean, we were talking going into this one, like I was saying, like by the time we get like a good chunk of the music and we start thinking about releasing it, like I was already kind of just like coming out of like a mental cocoon in terms of just like working on music and like just thinking about like branding and all this extra shit. And I was just like, bro, like, you know, we could just like do a lot more of this. Like we could like sprinkle more of this shit around, like, and it wouldn't even be a thing. Like it wouldn't even be difficult. It wouldn't be. So it's just like, yeah, we'll come out with some singles, fucking more videos, just more. I'm trying to do more. We trying to eventually get to do more live stuff together. I still haven't met him. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, that's wild. Yeah.
yeah, we gotta trying to bring it more into life for real. Like shit.
Well, there's so much.
Imagine like just Ivan's artwork like blown up anywhere, like on a big
Anywhere.
ass wall.
Imagine that being on a billboard.
Imagine it animated, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine it fucking like come on, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
like on Apple Music where they have like the
I'm like, bro,
animated artworks.
Yeah, and we
This shit.
It's like, yo, shit like this is easy for us when it's not for a lot of people. Like it's like we don't have to think way too hard to make the music, or we don't have to think way too hard for it to like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're scratching the surface.
Yeah,
because we're still feeling our way. We've kind of getting dynamics together, but it's still just we ain't even scratched the surface.
man.
And it's obvious that I mean I kind of feel like we're part of the furniture. When I say I mean like in this rap bubble is just like yeah we're kind of part of the furniture now. Just like yeah there's that group, there's them. You like that goofy shit? Go over there. Fine. Then yeah but yeah, we haven't even scratched the surface. So no, this is not the last. Yeah, this ain't it. Because yeah, I mean, like you said, we'll have a joint track on each album. We'll have like a suite, like Macon Street and Julie's song. There's that kind of pocket. there's the pocket we've got of this should not be on a rap album. Like Pac-Man Jones, that kind.
That's one of my favorite joints.
Yeah, we always gotta have the
You've
scary.
got to have that fucked up krautrock. I've found a record at the bottom of the ocean. Does it even play? We've got that pocket. We might say, do you know what? Let's lean into that. Let's just lean into that fucked up shit. We might just do like a krautrock album of just.
Oh, I'd love that, man.
Yeah, put aside all them jazzy loops. Just straight Pac-Man Jones, just fucked up krautrock shit. I don't know. There's so many dynamics we're still feeling out that, yeah, we scratched the surface, man. It's so nice not knowing. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's fucking amazing. It's so nice. It's so nice not knowing. It's really fucking good, man.
That's amazing. Is there, so outside of Ncl-Døøfus stuff, I guess solo wise, is there any kind of tour, merch, anything you want to call out for people listening?
The
merch, by the way, I'm gonna bring the sweater in one sec that you gifted me here. Give me one sec. Yeah, this is that shit. Yeah, so Tim sent this shit to me. I'll just like as like fucking off the strength here. Look at that.
Like
I don't know if it'll show up very well, but this is an incredible sweater. Like the colors, fucking delicious. I love it. And the artwork is like, yeah, you're saying there's so much you could do. Like the artwork that you guys have established, like it works. Like the shirt too is insane. Like the black shirt you guys got up for sale right now.
That is
so
that
tight.
That was another thing that Ivan just sent us. He didn't even ask for it. He was just, oh, what do you think of this? I was like, what do you mean, what the fuck do I think of it? It was fucking lit as fuck. Yeah.
Great.
He just randomly he's probably one of our biggest fans, man. And he's in the band. But that artwork, yeah, that he just sent that randomly.
Yeah, he sent that randomly. That was like right on the heels of like that was like a while after Swamp Funk. He sent that shit.
Yeah.
He sent that like I think I was stranded in the middle of the desert with Prose. He sent that shit. Yeah, that's what he brought that up the last time. I was like, oh yeah, that was a wild time, and he did send that. Like I was literally sitting on a curb outside a motel in the middle of the fucking desert in Tucson, and fucking I get this artwork from Ivan, and I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, bro,
he's properly spying on us, man.
Yeah, he's definitely spying on us, but it's okay. Like it's like the only guy that he's on it, man. Because there was certain shit on the Hood Rat Nor album. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I was like, hold on. The fuck did you
find? Like the pistol and the 8-ball is just, he's like forensic.
He had like, he had like tattoos of like random people and shit. Like, I was just like, yo, like, damn. Like, I was just like, yo, you're on it, man. Fucking, yeah, I was like, damn, yeah.
No, salute fucking Ivan, man. Fucking salute that dude.
Yeah. And so, Doof, what else? How many more tour dates you got?
So, I was supposed to actually have one in Brooklyn today, but it got pushed back to the 13th. And the next one from that was supposed to be is the 12th. So I actually gotta get over to New York tomorrow, basically start helping set up this like show. And it's not, this one's gonna be the most relaxed one. This is really just gonna be like one for the homies, really. That one, yeah, because I don't know, just a more relaxed one. I haven't really sat down and like made music in a while, so. And my birthday's coming up, so it's really just gonna be me, like, kind of sitting in New York with some friends. Yeah, really, yeah. It's gonna be me, Benji, on the 12th. Like the friends that are coming to perform. It's gonna be me, Benji, Wavy Bagels, Silence, a new artist, homie that goes by One Alkebulon that I was put on by Land of the Lost.
Oh wait, is that like it's like one how do you spell it? Is it because I think I heard their
One
shit.
ALKEG.
Yeah, I got put on
Yeah.
recently too. I was really impressed. I was like, what
Yeah,
is this shit? Very
yeah.
strange.
I heard she's like an excellent person, and she's been a friend to some good friends. So yeah, it's yeah.
Nah, I
So
fuck
we
with them.
were gonna have like a chill little function, and then after that is down to Richmond. Got 2 dates at the Box RVA. One on the April the 16th, and then the next one is like May the 11th. Not sure, but yeah. So looking forward to. Yo, it's crazy. Now I look forward to going back to Hampton and just like chilling. Like it's wild. Like everywhere I go, I'm now like oh yeah, Hampton is like where it's at for me. I think I'm getting old. So yeah, bro. Just trying to keep it moving while I can.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think you guys are killing it these days and love the new album. The chemistry you got. It's nice seeing you two actually talk amongst yourself. It's just really clear how kind of on the same wavelength you are, and I think it really appears in the music. So appreciate the time today. This was a
It's
dope
mostly
convo.
been work too. We gotta just get up and like get drunk on FaceTime one time, bro. We're overdue. We deserve
Yeah. We're
That'd
good
be
at that.
funny.
We're good at that, man. We're good at that.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, appreciate this. This was awesome.
No,
sure.
thank you, man. Thank you. Nah, I'm no bullshit. It's been an honor, man. It has. Yeah. No, I fucking love your shit. So no, it's
Man,
been an
that's
honor.
awesome.
It's been an honor.
Appreciate it. Take care, guys. Peace. So there we have it, another episode of the Rap Music Plug podcast presented by QLC TV. I hope this episode gave you some new perspectives and insights into what the greatest art form known to man in hip-hop music has to offer. If you want to support the show in the most meaningful way possible, it would be my absolute honor to have you as a patron in the new Rap Music Plug podcast Patreon. Through this Patreon, you will be getting exclusive content such as bonus episodes, exclusive album recommendations, exclusive playlists, early access to episodes, and more. And above all, though, you will be able to support the show directly in a way that will not only justify the crazy amount of time I spend on this show already, but allow me to cover some of the expenses related to supporting all of these great artists that we cover on the show through the website, and will allow us to sustain and build on this amazing growth that the RMPP has experienced recently. So if you have any questions about any of the Patreon stuff, or just want to keep tabs on the show, interact with me on rap music and all the great stuff that we can talk about, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at rapmusicplugpod, or shoot me an email at qlctv.podcast@gmail.com. You can also rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify as well. But that's enough self-promotion for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.